Before we get into today's video, I'd like to clarify something. I've read and enjoyed Gary's book. He makes some very interesting points in his videos, and he seems like a well-intentioned guy. But Gary is not who he says he is. This video is not to slander Gary, but simply point out the lies he built his career on. Gary's first and biggest lie is that he was Citibank's most profitable trader in 2011. This accolade is what Gary has built much of his career off. He mentions it multiple times in his book and in interviews.
And by the end of the year 2011, I was Citibank's most profitable trader in the world. Because at that time, I was Citibank's top trader in the world, right? And then
sometimes deciding he wasn't just the best trader at Citibank, but instead the best trader in the world.
And that's why I'm right year after year. That's why I was top trader in the world 2011. I'd worked so hard to get to that space, you know what I mean? And I was the best trader in the world at that point.
It's a powerful flex. A title like that instantly gives him credibility. It makes you stop and listen. After all, if you were the most profitable trader at one of the biggest banks in the world, you must know what you're doing, right? But it's not true. An article by the Financial Times exposed, after interviewing 8 employees who worked with Gary, that he was never the most profitable trader in Citibank. His co-workers said his $35 million profit would have never even come close to making Gary the most profitable trader at the company. In fact, his manager at the time, Jeff Fewig, said $35 million wouldn't have even made him the most profitable at his trading desk. Feig went on to describe Stevenson's claim as laughable and an outlandish fib. Think about that. The guy running the desk says Gary wasn't even the best on his team. And yet, Gary continues to present himself as the best in the entire bank, and sometimes even hints he was the best in the world. But it gets worse. Citibank's internal systems don't even provide traders with a full ranking of who made the most money across all divisions. That kind of information wasn't available to individual traders. So even if Gary wanted to check, he couldn't have. And yet, he confidently tells audiences that he knew he was the top performer. That's not a mistake. That's not a misunderstanding. That's a conscious decision to embellish or fabricate an achievement to build a personal brand. Look, I'm not saying Gary was a bad trader. In fact, by all accounts, he was solid, skilled, maybe even great. But as far as his former co-workers are concerned, he was not the trading prodigy he claims to be. They described him as competent, but not exceptional. A good trader among many good traders, and that's okay. Being good at a tough job like that is still something to be proud of. But when you exaggerate your success and use it as the foundation of your brand, people are going to ask questions, especially when you're selling courses, writing books, and positioning yourself as an authority on finance. So what's the takeaway here? You can still learn from Gary's content, but take the image he's crafted of the best trader label with a grain of salt. It's important to separate someone's knowledge from their marketing, because in the finance world, credibility is currency. And if that credibility is built on shaky claims, the viewer deserves to know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Was this a harmless exaggeration or a serious credibility issue? And who should I fact check next? Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want more content.